Hi, I'm Tara the Foodie and I take the mystery out of cooking for you. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make 3 different dips that you can take to a party, eat poolside, just put out for your family as you enjoy the last few weeks of summer. I'm going to show you how to make a jalapeno popper dip. I'm also going to show you how to make a Nashville Hot Chicken Dip. And the final dip that I'm going to show you is a cheesy hot Italian dip. I can't wait. This is going to be so good. Now let's get cooking. So the first dip that I'm going to show you how to make is the jalapeno popper dip. I mean, who is not going to like this? Everybody likes a jalapeno popper, right? It's spicy, but also cool and cheesy. And this one's got some bacon in it, so it's going to be awesome. This right here is all you need to make the jalapeno popper dip. I've got about 10 slices of thick cut bacon. I cut up first and then I cooked in the pan until it was crispy and then just drained it on some paper towels. I've got 8 ounces of cream cheese and I've let this sit out for a couple of hours as I was getting everything ready. So you want it to be nice and soft. I've got a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise and a 1/3 cup of sour cream, 2 big ol' jalapenos diced, 3 cups of the Mexican blend of cheese that you can buy. It's kind of like a cheddar and Monterey Jack kind of mixed up. And for seasoning, I just have a teaspoon of garlic powder and then some salt and pepper to taste. So go ahead and grab yourself a nice big bowl to put all your ingredients in. And we're gonna start with our cream cheese. Pop this out of the package and you can get the name brand or the off brand. I've never really found there to be a big difference. We get the full fat. There is a difference with that light stuff. Get the full fat. So go ahead and plop that into your bowl. Then add your mayonnaise. These 3 ingredients, the bacon, the jalapeno, and the cheese, you're gonna add most of it right away into the bowl, but you're gonna save some back because we're going to garnish the top of this dip with all 3 of these ingredients. So I'm gonna put most of the bacon into the bowl. Looks glorious. So I'll leave this, I think this will be good for on top. And then most of the jalapeno. And then 2 of the 3 cups of your shredded cheese. And then we will add our seasonings, teaspoon of garlic powder, and then just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. And then stir it up.
Get to work, Spatch.
Get in there, Spatch.
Get it.
Start smushing everything. And this is why you want to have that block of cream cheese nice and soft. I'd say that's pretty well combined. So now you want to pick out your serving dish that you can also put into your oven to bake this the rest of the way. I'm going to go ahead and use just a Corningware dish. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this mixture into the serving dish. And then just take your spatula and smooth the mixture all down into your dish. And then of course just, taste it. You want to lick the spatula, babe?
Yeah, bring that thing over here.
It's getting on you. Oh, it's on his nose, it's on his mustache. So your final step, you're almost done with this first dip, is to sprinkle the rest of your cheese on top, the rest of your bacon on top, and you must leave a little for your cameraman to snack on, or he won't finish the job tonight.
You got me working extra hard.
And then sprinkle on the rest of your jalapeno on top. And that really brings out just the lovely colors of this dip. So this is already ready for the oven. And I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So I'm going to set this aside because I have another dip to show you that will also be going into the oven at the same time.
Big news.
Yes.
For this political turmoil 2024 is in right now. We're giving people another choice.
Yes. So if you are looking for a better alternative than what we've been given for this election year, look no further. Juicy Joe and Tara the Foodie are here for you. If you'd like one of your own, send me a message on Instagram, on Facebook. You know how to get a hold of me. Comment on this video, and I will give you the details on how to order one for yourself. And thanks for your support. So the second dip that I'm gonna show you is the Nashville Hot Chicken Dip. And everything that you need to make that dip is right here. So again, we're gonna start with an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, like the last dip, 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, about 12 ounces of chopped up fried chicken. So you could go to the store and get fried chicken and kind of rip it up and chop it up. What I did is I bought frozen chicken tenders, baked them in the oven, and after they were done, I chopped them up into chunks. So that is a great shortcut. And then you have a couple extra chicken fingers to eat while you're making your dip for your party. You want to finely chop some green onions, about 2 green onions, and then another one for garnish. We're gonna use 2 tablespoons of your favorite hot sauce. You want it to be kind of a Louisiana-based hot sauce, one that's tangy. It's got kind of a smokiness to it, but it's not super, super duper hot. And then for our spices, we're going to use a 1/2 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. I know, but think about it this way. We have cream cheese in it, mayonnaise, sour cream. That's gonna cool things down. But it is Nashville Hot Chicken Dip, so it is gonna have some spice to it. 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then just some salt to taste. And then you wanna have some sliced pickle chips on hand, because once this comes back out of the oven, we're gonna garnish it with pickle chips all over the top. All right, so to make the Nashville Hot Chicken Dip, again, we're gonna start with our 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Let's do the mayonnaise first, and then we'll add our sour cream, our green onions. You're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of your mozzarella cheese, but save 1/4 cup to put on top. You're gonna put most of your chopped up chicken in the bowl, but save some for the top as well. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. And now we're gonna add our seasonings, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, a 1/2 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, ooh, doggy, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and just a little bit of salt. And mix it up.
Get to work, Spat. Get in there, boy.
Oh, this is a spicy one, Spatch. This is gonna be a very flavorful dip, and one that you don't see too often, I would say. When you go to parties, you're always gonna see your taco dip, your spinach artichoke dip, maybe your crab dip. Have you ever seen a Nashville hot chicken dip at any of your parties that you've ever gone to? So you will be the star of the show. And if by this time in the video you haven't subscribed yet, well, I mean, come on. I would so appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button down below and click the notification bell so that you never miss one of my videos. So this is all mixed up, nice and combined. And now you want to grab either, again, a serving dish to put this in that you can also put in the oven, or you can use a skillet or a cast iron pan. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my cast iron pans and transfer this mixture to the pan. I can't wait to taste this one. And then again, go ahead and use your spatula to smooth the ingredients out into the bottom of your skillet. So this is all spread out. I gotta know how hot this is. Ooh. It's that back of the throat heat, you know what I'm talking about? You know, the back of the throat. It's just enough, you know? It's not like, oh my God, I can't eat this, you know? So once you've got your dip mixture into your skillet, you want to top it off with the rest of your mozzarella cheese. And then you want to add the rest of your fried chicken pieces to the top. And this shows everybody what kind of dip this is. I'm gonna let them all kind of sit towards the middle. This is gonna go ahead and bake nice and hot and bubbly in the oven. And then when it comes out, we can take the pickled chips and kind of put them around the outside. I think that'll look the best. So again, I have the oven at 350 degrees, and we're gonna put both of these dips into the oven for about 20-25 minutes. Keep an eye on them and just take it out when it's bubbly and hot. Everything is cooked. You're not cooking anything in the oven. You're just heating your dip through, and if you want it a little browned on top, it's really up to you how long you keep these in the oven. So we are down to the third dip. While the other ones are in the oven, you can go ahead and put this one together if you're making all three dips. The third dip that I'm gonna show you how to make is a cheesy hot Italian sausage dip. I mean, if you're gonna have an Italian, you want them to be hot, right? And cheesy, you know, fun. Everything that you need to make the cheesy hot Italian sausage dip is right here as well. We are going to use 12 ounces of cooked hot Italian sausage, about 1 cup of diced red onion, 1 cup of your favorite barbecue sauce, 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, 1.5 cups of the taco blend shredded cheese, 1/4 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of chopped up pepperoncinis, plus some extra for garnish at the end, 3 cloves of garlic minced or ran through a garlic press, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and some green onions for garnish. All right, so for this dip, we're actually gonna make the entire thing in our skillet. It doesn't have to go into the oven after. We just cook it up in the skillet and then serve it hot right then and there. All right, so it's been just a little over 20 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take the first 2 dips out of the oven. And this is what you wanna see, nice and melty and bubbling. So to garnish your Nashville Hot Chicken Dip, you wanna go ahead and take your pickle slices and just place them just on top, kind of around the edges, because if you were having a Nashville Hot Chicken sandwich, you would definitely have pickles on that sandwich, and that's the idea of this dip, is to remind you of the sandwich. And then to add some color and just a little bit more heat and tang, just take your hot sauce and just kind of drizzle it all over top.
Making a mess of the stove, baby.
All right, so now we can get to making our last dip, which is the cheesy hot Italian sausage dip. So the first thing you want to do is heat your skillet up over medium-high heat, and you'll already have, if you just finished making your Italian sausage in the pan, you can just use the same pan and add your onions to it. Since I made my Italian sausage ahead of time, I just add a little oil to the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and add my red onions. I'm adding my 3 cloves of minced garlic and my salt and pepper. And go ahead and stir this up. And you're gonna wanna saute these onions for maybe 4 to 5 minutes, just until they start to get a little caramelization to them. They're going to start to brown just a little bit, and that's going to bring out a little bit of the sweetness of the onion. You can see it's kind of, you know, it's sticking to the bottom of the pan a little bit. You've got some color happening. So because you have the parts that are starting to stick to the bottom of the pan, you know that you're starting to build some flavor. Now's the time to start adding some more of the ingredients. We are going to add our barbecue sauce. This is gonna give a nice sizzle. Woo! I'm gonna stir that in. I'm gonna turn the heat down to close to low, because it's already a very hot pan. And we are going to add our last 8-ounce brick of cream cheese. We have used a lot of cream cheese today. And you're just gonna open it and plop it right into the skillet. And work that down into the hot pan so it melts down into the barbecue sauce. Ooh, it's starting to get nice and creamy. Now we'll go ahead and add our hot Italian sausage. Just add the whole bowl. And this will heat your sausage back up if you did make it ahead of time. So now at this point, we can go ahead and turn the heat off. It's nice, still nice and hot. And now we're gonna go ahead and add our cheese and about a 1/4 cup of our pepperoncinis. And then go ahead and stir this up until it all melts into the dip. Oh, and the milk. Sorry. I almost forgot. And your 1/4 cup of milk. This is gonna thin it out a little bit for you and make it nice and creamy. But as you can see, it was starting to get a little thick, so this is gonna thin it out and help that cheese melt nice and creamy for you. We're gonna have to garnish it up a bit to make it a little prettier than this. It's not the prettiest dip I've ever seen, but it's gonna taste good. And at this point, you just kind of wanna just spread it out because it's basically done now. It's melted, it's hot, and it's ready to serve. Then you can top it with some more of your pepperoncinis. My little trick that I like to use when I'm gonna garnish something and I want it to just kind of squirt out. If you have a squeezy bottle, just use that. But if not, grab yourself a baggie, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more of the barbecue sauce in my baggie and get all the air out and kind of close it up. And then I'm going to twist it so that it's like a, a piping bag like you'd use to decorate a cookie or a cake. And then I'm going to cut the end off like that, just a little bit of an end. Now I'm going to garnish with the barbecue sauce. Yeah, that's what you want. And we have some green onions left over as well. So let's go ahead and sprinkle some of those on top to finish it off. These are 3 beautiful dips that you will be proud to take to any party that you're going to or throwing. And now, real quick, I'm gonna show you how to make our favorite tortilla chips that are super easy to make all on your own. And you can even use the low carb tortillas if you wanna make them a little bit low carb. To make the super simple tortilla chips that are so much better than the ones that you get in a bag, you just want to take your favorite flour tortillas, either regular or low carb, and cut them up with a knife into triangle shapes as you see here. Then you either can take some olive oil and brush it on with a brush, or if you've got a spray, you can go ahead and just spray it all over your chips, just a light mist. And then you want to sprinkle on some sea salt. And now I'm going to put these in a 400-degree oven for, I'm trying to remember if it's like 6 to 8 minutes. It's something really small like that. Keep your eye on these. These will get away from you. So start checking them around 6 minutes. As soon as they start to become just a little bit brown, take them out because they will change color and get dark pretty quick. It's been 8 minutes, and as you can see, they are nice and golden brown. And once they come out of the oven, they're nice and crispy. And they are so delicious.
Perfect timing.
Woo.
We have a movie to go to.
I know, we just got invited to an outdoor movie at a neighbor's house. They didn't even know we were doing this, but they are going to be pretty happy that they invited us, I think. We were wondering what we were going to do with all these dips. The kids are out doing their own thing, like literally no one's here. So, the universe has a way of making everything work out, if you hadn't noticed that. It's now my favorite time of every episode, time to taste. And this is such a beautiful spread of kind of vastly different dips. Even though they have some similarities, they're all kind of the hearty, creamy, yummy, cheesy types of dips, they are still very different. So I'm gonna go in and try each one. I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the Jalapeno Popper Dip. As you can hear, these chips are nice and crispy, but like a flaky crispy because they're flour tortillas. This dip is so smoky because of all the bacon. Use a good bacon for this one, and I always use the thick cut bacon. It's just got more to it. Lately, I've been noticing jalapenos aren't as hot as they used to be. So there's really not any heat in this jalapeno popper dip, but all the flavors are there. You're still tasting the jalapenos, the cream cheese, and the bacon, a little bit of garlic powder. It's very delicious. It'll be a hit for sure. Moving on to the one I think I'm most excited to try, and that is the Nashville Hot Chicken Dip. You can serve this with like toasts if you wanted to. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the chips. So this is the Nashville Hot Chicken Dip. Just exactly like the sandwich. If you ever had a hot chicken sandwich, that's exactly how it tastes. It's so damn good. Tangy, spicy, but not too spicy. The pickle on it was really good too, so I would definitely put like a jar of pickles on the side so people can really have as many pickles as they want. For us pickle lovers, it's super delicious. Okay, now I'm gonna try the last one. This is the cheesy hot Italian sausage dip with all that barbecue sauce in it, and this is gonna be very different too. So I love the array and the variations of flavors in all of these different dips. Wow, punch of flavor. You've got some sweetness in this one, some spiciness from the hot Italian sausage. It's creamy. Barbecue sauce is really shining through. Obviously, there's a ton of it in there, but it's not overpowering. Super good. I think if you are more like things on the sweet and spicy side, this is gonna be your favorite. To make sure that you keep seeing all of these delicious recipes that I'm showing you so that you are always the rock star at any party you go to, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Click the button down below. It's free, but it's everything to me. It helps promote this show. It helps us build and get bigger so that we can bring you more and more wonderful content like you see here. I'm Tara the Foodie, taking the mystery out of cooking for you, and I will see you next time.